I'm good. Thanks for having me.
I love watching celebrities watch themselves.
It's weird. What did I do? What was my face doing?
No, you were locked in watching yourself, and then you put your coffee down, your thing down, and you're like,
yeah.
How was it? How was it?
It's,
That's
you know,
much.
it's a strange one. That's something I never get used to.
Really?
I can't say I love watching myself. I'm not one of those types. But also, it's been so long since we filmed that scene.
Okay.
That it is kind of wild to be like, okay, right, that happened.
That happened. Okay, so for the uninitiated, what is the dynamic? What is going on with your character?
Okay, that very handsome, lovely actor, human character, Marco Grazzini, who plays Mike, that's one of Brie's two love interests. And he's known as like the safe, solid,
steady
nice
Eddie.
guy,
Yeah, he's
steady
the,
Eddie choice.
Yeah.
And then if you're caught up, last season, Brie stepped out on Mike because she just can't quit Brady, the bad boy. They've got some insane chemistry on camera. And so audiences are very split.
As well they should be.
Yeah.
Are you team?
I mean, listen, to be honest, I do think Brady, the bad boy, holds the most excitement. But whether or not they can figure out their lives together, like in a very practical sense, is a whole other thing. And Brie needs someone who's reliable and good. And Brady's trying, but he attracts trouble, that boy.
Trouble with a capital T.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this character is not dissimilar from a lot of humans roaming the earth, trying to square within themselves who they are and what they want to be in a relationship, right?
I think it's a really relatable sort of the battle between the head and the heart.
That's
and
right.
What you need versus what you know, want sometimes don't always go together.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a lot of people are Team Brady because they love the chemistry of Brie and Brady. And who doesn't? Like, even my own husband's like, I'm not going to lie, Team Brady's it for me. But because they're good, and there's something, I think, where they meet, their physical connection is so electric.
Yeah.
But I also think there's like something to be said about a real act of self-care and self-love when you're choosing somebody who can offer you stability and reliability. Sometimes you need that, and Brie does. Yeah, in a lot of ways.
Getting back to the relatability of it all, I think it's a huge part of the show's success. You've already been renewed for another season. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's got to be very, very exciting as an actor.
Exciting, yeah. I mean, job security is nice. That's a lovely thing. But also, it's a privilege to be able to play a character long form. It's really satisfying, and we're grateful. And we're grateful that people are still loving it.
Yeah, they are. They are. Can we talk about your life outside of the big screen, the small screen? At the top, I said Scotland. Where you
live in Scotland.
You live in Scotland.
I just flew in
just
yesterday.
For us. Oh my gosh, I feel so privileged.
Yes.
How is that treating you?
Scotland's incredible. It's a really amazing city. We live in Edinburgh, Scotland. I met my now husband while he was there running a restaurant, and I was doing a play at the Edinburgh Fringe, and then. That was 11 years ago, but yeah, we go back now and spend most of my hiatus there. It's a really special part of the world. I find it very grounding. Yeah. And it's nice to just feed my perspective with other cultures and other parts of the world, and sort of as a counterbalance to Hollywood and all of that anxiety. But don't get me wrong, like I love New York. I miss New York. I'm staying at the Langham right now.
Come on.
It's so beautiful. And
you do not need to give us any non sequiturs.
Yeah.
Above all, you are a human being. And all the other things you do are part of your life. I also find really interesting that you have a holistic wellness journey, which I think is another thing that keeps you grounded in all the things that you do.
Yeah, I think the running theme is like Zibby needs to find things to ground herself. And so I got really into herbs, especially during lockdown. I was fortunate enough not to be, directly impacted by COVID. And so I had lots of extra time to pay attention to the things that I was interested in, and I got into herbalism big time. So I make a lot of teas and tonics. Friends come to me. I make a lot of herbal infusions.
What is one for anxiety?
Oh, that's a great one. I'm drinking that herbal tonic a lot these days. I make a blend. There are so many herbs have so many anti-anxiety properties.
What our ancestors did before,
Oh, completely. Yeah, but there's an infusion right now that I'm drinking that's got oat straw in it, which is very calming. Nettle, chamomile, a go-to. I do all loose herbs, hibiscus, angelica root, ginger root, very grounding. And it ends up like tasting really good. And actually, I cold brew it.
I'm sorry.
You know, you just stick
When are we going to open up a shop? When are we going to open Zibby's
You
herbal?
don't need me for this. This is like, what's great about herbs is like, I'm not out here selling like a wellness lifestyle brand. They're cheap, they're easy, they're accessible. You can do it yourself.
You can do it at home.
Yes, you do it at home. It's like
some boiling water,
I'm not
some
peddling.
hot water.
Yeah, this is nature at its best. It is. It's grounding. It's really empowering to take care of yourself that way. I found.
I co-sign. And I don't even know a thing about herbs.
Let me make you a blend.
I would be happy to.
Yeah.
Zibby, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on all the things.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going to come to you for when I go to Scotland.
Hit me up. I'm not even kidding you.
Okay.
I'll give you a list of all the places to go. The food scene is shockingly amazing in Edinburgh.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, no.
It's good?
It's chef's kiss, literally. Okay?
You heard her. Okay. Look for Zibby on season 7 of Virgin River, premiering March 12th on Netflix.